I think we have given her enough time to join the meeting. Shall we start?
Yes.
Okay. I heartfully welcome everyone to the Hacktoberfest. Hacktoberfest is a long celebration of open source software run by Digital Ocean. The Hacktoberfest has been started in the year of 2013 and they have hardly 700 participants. Over the years, the Hacktoberfest has grown to the community over 150,000 participants in 135 countries who participate by sharing their projects, making pull requests, attending events, and showing their support of open source. It encourages people worldwide to for actively participate and contribute to participate in open source projects hosting across GitHub and GitLabs. In fact, Hacktoberfest 2020 had attracted 1,69,886 participants and 1,16,361 participating open sources repositories representing 135 countries. Doesn't it look like a great success? Yes, now this Hacktoberfest is welcoming everyone of all backgrounds and levels of technical experience, especially those who are new to the Hacktober. I'm happy to see few of them have attended, but it's less attendance. Okay, I sincerely thank every student for attending this event. I heartfully thank our seniors who worked hard to introduce these kind of events to us. Thanks a lot. Now I welcome the first speaker of today's event. I request our senior Ujwala to take the charge.
Thank you very much. So, I'm here to give the introduction part of Hacktoberfest. So, please share the screen. Good evening, everyone. Let me introduce myself to you. I'm Ujwala, and I'm here to give the introduction part of Hacktoberfest. And I really heartfully, heartfully thanking you, Diksha and Lisha, for giving me this wonderful opportunity. And the introduction part of Hacktoberfest is introduction of Hacktober. Next slide. Introduction. Hacktoberfest in its eighth year, it's a month-long celebration of open source software run by DigitalOcean. During the month of October, they invite us to join open source software enthusiastic beginners and the developer community by contributing to open source projects. Next. So, how can you contribute the open source project in Hacktoberfest? Prepare and share your project for collaboration. Next, contribute to the betterment of a project via pull requests or organize an event and mentor others or donate directly to open source projects. Next, what do you mean by open source project? Open source is a term that originally referred to open source software. Open source software is a code that is designed to be publicly accessible. Anyone can see or modify and distribute the code as they see fit. Open source has become a movement and a way of working that reaches beyond the software productions. And some of the examples of open source software are Mozilla Firefox, VLC Media Player, Linux, and MySQL. And Mozilla Firefox is a customizable internet browser and a free open source software. It offers thousands of plugins that are accessible within a single click of your mouse. And it is also available in Android, iOS, Windows, and Linux. And Library Office is a computer office suite complete office suite that offers presentations, documents, spreadsheets, and database. Usually, a Microsoft is a payable, so a library office has been used. And VLC Media Player is used for audios and video players of music, and Linux and MySQL is used for coding languages. Next, over to AXA.
Yeah, thank you, Ujjwala. So, what is a pull request in GitHub? A pull request lets you tell others about changes you have pushed to a branch in a repository on GitHub. Once a pull request is opened, you can discuss and review the potential changes with collaborators and add follow-up commits before your changes are merged into the base branch. This is how it generally looks. Like first, in the GitHub, you need to navigate to the main page of the repository. In the branch menu, you have to choose the branch that contains your commits. Like here, you have seen some branches like my patch 1 or my app patch 1. And then you need to just click on the pull request, and then you can use the base branch drop down menu to select the branch you would like to merge your changes into. Then use the compare branch drop down to choose the topic branch you made your changes in, like how it looks here in my patch 1 and main base as main. And then you need to add some title and description to your pull request. And to create a pull request that is ready for review, click create pull request as you have seen here. And then to create a draft pull request, use the drop down and create draft pull request, then click draft pull request. So my friend Ujjwala will be telling you about the values.
So values. Everyone is welcome. So that participates in Hacktoberfest comes from all over the world and represents thousands of unique skill sets. And this program welcomes everyone who is already part of the open source software community and anyone who is interested in diving in. So everyone can participate in Hacktoberfest, and quantity is fun and quality is key. So participating in Hacktoberfest leads to a personal growth like professional opportunities and community building. However, it begins with all meaningful contributions to open source software. We are committed to prioritizing quality contributions as outlined in your participation rules. So it builds up your personal growth and professionally you can build up by using the Hacktoberfest and short-term action and long-term impact. In the open source software community, we are standing on the shoulders of project maintainers, and those who came before us. Your participation has lasting effect on people and technology long after October. So, how does it works? It maintainers determine if their open source projects participate. Next. Quality pull requests is submitted on GitHub and GitHub Lab are rewarded. Engaged maintenance of Hacktoberfest tagged repo are rewarded. So regarding the slides, any more doubts or questions?
Are there any questions?
Any questions regarding this? So no, next slide. Okay, Aksa.
Let me walk you through how you can participate in the event. So pull request can be made in any participating GitHub or GitLab hosted repository project. Let me
Just
watch
a
you
minute.
through.
I think Ujwala, you need to mute yourself because from your end there is some echo.
Okay, sorry, sorry.
Is it fine now?
Yes.
Okay, just a sec. So let me walk you through how you can participate in this Hacktoberfest. A pull request can be made in any participating GitHub or GitLab hosted repository or project. Look for the Hacktoberfest topic to know if any project is participating in Hacktoberfest. The pull request must contain commits you made yourself. It should be purely original, your own. If a maintainer reports your pull request as spam, it will not be counted toward your participation in Hacktoberfest. If a maintainer reports behavior that's not in line with the project's code of conduct, you will be ineligible to participate. A pull request is considered approved once it has overall approving view from a maintainer or has been merged by maintainers or has been given to the Hacktoberfest accepted label. Be sure to sign up in the official Hacktoberfest website for for your pull request to count. Bad repositories will be excluded. Like bad repositories in the sense repositories that encourage participants to make simple pull requests, such as adding their name to a file or to quickly gain a pull request toward winning. A pull request with any label containing the word spam or invalid will be considered ineligible for Hacktoberfest. A repository or project is considered to be participating in Hacktoberfest if the Hacktoberfest topic is present and is accepting public contributors via pull request. An individual pull request can also be opted in directly by adding the Hacktoberfest accepted label. Quality standards, examples of low quality contributions, pull requests that are automated, scripted, opening pull requests, or white space, removing white spaces, typo errors, optimizing pictures, and all are low quality. Pull requests that are deceptive, like taking someone else's branch or commits and making a pull request, or pull requests that are regarded by a project maintainer as a hindrance versus helping, and something that's clearly an attempt to simply plus one your pull request count for October. Or one pull request for a fix like typo and all will be allowed, but not all five. These will be considered as spam and will not be considered. Let me walk you through the beginner's guide. For beginners, there's an website, like GitHub account, where it has awesome first PRs opportunity. Like here, there's a table of contents, like you can see, and in it, if you're going through, if you're clicking on any language, there you can have some good first label issues, some junior lab and all. And you can just go through them and just edit them and like give your PRs and all. And there's another thing on first contributors where you can have go through some hands-on tutorials, and from there you can learn and try to contribute in the same project. It looks something like this. Is it clear? Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. And then as you can see here, like here we have some other thing like first contributors, where you can just like if you go to this link, I'm showing it to you right now. You can just walk through the tutorials. Here there are some tutorials and you can use the same and even work on the same projects which are available here, as you can see. And then there is another thing where known as up for grabs, where you can just go through it, go to the guidelines of the project and get the project and leave a task message on a task you would like to work on and get the work. This looks something like this, where you can just go through them, filter according to your interest and find something like that. Like see if it's not available, so it will show something like this. If it's available, then you'll find something. Going to the next slide. The latest issues one with good latest issue. Like this is how it looks. Like from here, you can just go to it, just select some language like Python or C++, and see you can see some issues which are like easy to solve. You just click on them, you just know what are the issues, and you can just pull some PRs from it. And there's another website. Oh, sorry. Which actually, if you just sign up with it, you can just follow your favorite ones, and then you can just get to solve their issues, know their issues, and try to solve them. I hope it was clear till here. So now let me take you to the maintainers guide. So just add the Hacktoberfest topic to your repository or project so that folks can know you're participating in Hacktoberfest. Apply the Hacktoberfest label to issues in your GitHub or GitLab project that are ready for contributors to work on. Add a contributing .amd file with contribution guidelines to your repository. Choose issues that have a well-defined scope and are self-contained. Adapt a code of conduct to foster a greater sense of inclusion and a community. And be ready to review pull requests, approving those that are valid and flagging those that are not as invalid or spam. A pull request can be approved either by giving it an overall approving review from maintainers or by merging the pull request or adding the Hacktoberfest accepted label. A few tips which I observe: avoid fixing easy issues like uh, we just discussed. We can give opportunity to other people to just fix some easy things and even help our community to grow as well. Add the Hacktoberfest label to issues soon. Like many people might be searching to be actively participating in the contest. So if you just add that label, then they'll let you know that you have something which need to be solved and they'll work on it as well. And merge peers often. When participants see that the maintainers are actively merging pull requests, they'll be more likely to make one themselves. Try to do some merges every day and make issue and PR templates. GitHub helps to easily make a template for issues and PRs so your contributors know how you would like to see information provided. When all the PRs have the necessary information, it will be faster for everyone. Make sure to the README is clear. Double check the steps for deploying locally and editing your project are clearly laid out. Set a goal, document it. Set an end date for your project in October. What has to happen to get there and document these things in top of README. Celebrate your community. Uh, it's like just when you repeat when some contributors are continuously contributing on your repositories, make sure to give them some more responsibility and ask them to review their PRs. Over to Ujwala.
So, how do I get Hacktoberfest t-shirt? So, by participating in Hacktoberfest, they are offering the t-shirts, badges, and swags. First of all, we'll know about how do we get Hacktoberfest t-shirt. Hacktoberfest is a month-long celebration of open source software run by the Digital Ocean. So, Hacktoberfest is open to everyone in our global community. Poor quality pull requests must be submitted to public GitHub repositories. You can sign up anytime between October 1 and October 31st. You'll get t-shirt when your registration is top for 50,000 repositories will be given the t-shirts, remaining will not be given. So first 50,000 people will be getting the t-shirts. So these are the t-shirts of Hacktoberfest. And the rules are: to get a t-shirt, you make 4 pull requests between October 1 to October 31st in any time zone. The pull request must contain commits you made yourself. Next, pull requests reported by maintainers as spam or that are automated will be marked as invalid and won't count towards the shed. So, any more questions? Any questions regarding this? Okay. What is Hacktoberfest? Hacktoberfest is an open source project or monthly long celebration of open source software in partnership with GitHub. Why? What if my pull requests aren't accepted? Even if your pull requests aren't accepted, as long as you open at least 4 pull requests, you will earn the t-shirt. Another point, we'll also have a Hacktoberfest swag that is for app designers. You need not to submit all the 4 pull requests. If you have designed the app and you have to make a tutorial, and regarding the tutorial, and you have to present it for 1 pull request, so that you'll get the Hacktoberfest t-shirt. And next, what will you get if you participate in it? A limited edition t-shirts for free. Okay. And next, registration process. First of all, register for Hacktoberfest is need to have an account in GitHub because it is a partnership with Hacktoberfest. You need to create a GitHub account. If you do not have one yet, you can create one for free in just a few minutes. Then go to the Hacktoberfest registration page and follow the instructions. And it only takes a moment and learn how to make a pull request. Pull requests are a way of contributing your code changes to an open source project. They use a tool called Git, which runs on a social coding platform called GitHub. Create or search an issue to make a pull request. That if you are a programmer or a developer, there are thousands of repositories available on GitHub on which you can create a pull request. Next.
Let me just illustrate how you can just go through all that. So,
This is the demo of
for
creating
this,
the GitHub account. So first you have to go the link.
just a second. This is how the website of Hacktoberfest looks. Like as you can see, there are so many details in it. You can just go through them if you have any doubts. Like just for registering, you just need to go to Start Hacking. Here you'll be welcome and you need to sign up with your GitHub or GitLab account. For this, just me like just go through the mail ID. See now, just you have given up. You need to advertise the Hacktoberfest, and then you will be redirected, and they'll be asking you to check the rules, like the rules which we mentioned earlier. Even if you want to go through it again, you can just go through it here, and then if you want to participate as a participant or an event organizer, you can just select that particular column, and you need to select your email address and then the location. And then you can opt to receive some mails and updates from them, and then you need to go next, and then you will be given some acknowledgement and quality standards and all. You need to go through those documents, like the ones which we mentioned earlier. You need to acknowledge them and then start hacking. Now, as you can see, this is the how it looks like after you created your Hacktoberfest like how after you have linked your GitHub account with a Hacktoberfest. Like since it just created, it doesn't have any completed PRs or any progress. We can just contribute to it. We can just get started by searching. And that's how the process goes. I guess everything is clear. Are there any doubts? Any questions?
Aksa repository, LBC repository.
Yeah, one second. This is our college repository, like our community repository. You can just go through to that and just contribute there, share your ideas, pull some requests. Anyone can participate in it, anyone can contribute. So make sure to contribute. Are there any questions?
We should make the 4 pull requests from separate projects, right?
Yeah, we can. It's not mentioned separately. You need to just pull 4 requests. That's it. Nothing
No, no,
much
it's
about it.
not mandatory to make it from different projects. It can be from the
Yeah,
same one
it's not
as well.
mandatory. It can be from
Okay,
same project or it can be different.
thank you.
Are there any more questions?
I think it would be great if you can, demonstrate opening up our community website and like a community website repo, and maybe try to create an issue as well in the same, so that others can follow up the same thing.
Okay, let me just take you to the community website.
Maybe you can create an issue telling that the issue name could be like create a nav bar for the project, maybe create a nav bar for the website, and you can give some kind of description of how you want it to be. Like, that's just a suggestion, it's up to you. Sorry to interrupt. It's all right that you create this kind of issue, but then, like, just a heads up for everyone. Whenever you create an issue for a project, see that it's related to that project. All right, like, you can take it as a lesson over here. As we have mentioned that this is a repository for the community website, right? So if it is a repository for the website, then in such a case, you can make an issue related to some of the features of the website, like some features that you might want to add, or if it is a existing project, then you can see that if there is some issue with some kind of feature in that particular project, you can mention about it, or if some feature is missing and you want to add it freshly, you can mention that, right? So, Aksa, I think you can tell like I've like create a nav bar or create a footer for the website or something like that, because it is an empty repository and we have not yet started working on the project, right? It has to be built from scratch, and then you can give a description in the description box that what kind of food. Just it just have to be sample. You don't have to like completely elaborate it, but then I'm just giving a heads up for everyone over here so that they understand and implement the same while they are making the issues themselves, not only for our project but to any other project also.
Sorry, I kept you waiting. Just a sec. I'm just sharing it. So you can just go through there. I'm creating an issue that we need create some navbar. In the description, we can write something like website. Is it visible?
Yes.
So now see, just like now we just posted that we have some. We suggested them to create some navbar, and we think that it needs. We are just contributed and said that this is the issue. I think you need to solve this. I guess this is how it works. And the similar way, you can just create some new issues as well, and then you can just pull requests and to fix an issue. Like, see, this is the issue we created. We can just add someone can add something, and how can they do that and stuff, and that continues. I guess that was clear.
Yes, Aksa.
I'm sorry for keep you all waiting for a while. I just got stuck.
It's fine. If you have, if any of you have any questions, you can ask us. And yes, you people can start creating the issues and start working from today, now itself, basically. And we also will be creating some issues and posting over there, so that you people can ask in the comment of that particular issue that you want to be working on that. And yes, it will be appointed on first come first serve basis. So yeah, you can create your own issues, or ask in the comments of the existing issues that you want to work on this. And when you create an issue as well, you need to mention in the comments after creating the issue that you want to work on this. The first person to ask in that particular issue will be granted that issue to work on. Yeah, that's it. And then after working on it, like if you have any doubts regarding how is it done, you can like ping us, or we can like you can ask us in the Discord channel or anywhere. And there are a lot of tutorials on how do you get started with these kind of things, like how do you fork and all that. There are many tutorials, so we didn't want to like waste the time of showing each and everything. But still, if you get stuck in such kind of things as well, for that also you can DM us on Discord, or on the WhatsApp group anywhere, so that we can help you with that. So I really hope that you people are excited about this. And one thing I wanted to mention is that please don't keep high hopes on the t-shirt part, but more concentrate more on the learning part, because there is a constraint to the limited edition t-shirt, that the first 50,000 people to be able to make successful 4 pull requests will only get it globally, not even nationally. It's a global event, so globally. So I really hope that you keep that in mind. I'm not discouraging you from expecting a T-shirt, but then I don't want you to think that, like, your main aim for contributing towards the Hacktoberfest shouldn't be based on getting the T-shirt. So that is what I meant by this. Other than that, I hope that you people like. I really hope that we get a lot of issues and pull requests from all of you, and not just our community repository, but you can contribute to others as well. There are many other repositories that you can search in the GitHub marketplace by just typing Hacktoberfest. And as Aksa and Ujjwala had mentioned and even demonstrated for you all, please don't forget to authorize your GitHub account along with the Hacktoberfest. If you really want, we will share the link as well. But I really encourage you people to search the Hacktoberfest website and authorize your GitHub account along with it. So that's those were the final notes that I wanted to give about this session. If any of you have any doubts, you can ask me or Aksa or Ujwala or any of us right now. Does anyone of you have any doubts?
We can work on other pre-existing issues as well, right?
Yes, yes. Unless they are assigned to someone else, you need to look into it. Like you will find it in the comment box of the issue itself that if someone else is assigned to that or not.
Okay.
Yes. Anyone else has any other doubts? See, now is the time to utilize this opportunity and start working on open source. Open source has a large community base and it's really helpful for you also if you really contribute to open source. The green check marks that you will be getting on your GitHub profile, that really counts a lot. So I really encourage you all to, yeah. Aksa has put the Hacktoberfest link in the chat box. So create your GitHub accounts if you don't have one, and authorize it along with it, and please start working on that. Okay. Okay. If nobody has any doubts, I think,
Senior adult.
yeah, yeah. Tell me.
If we create a issues on our own, will someone come and take our issues? Or mm, if we create our issues on our own, what will happen?
See,
If someone will come to us and take the code, or
no, 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 no. See, that's what I told. No, if you create the issues on that, like that repository shouldn't belong to. If the repository belongs to you,
something else.
that means that you are the maintainer and you're not a contributor. So, if the repository doesn't belong to you and you just want to contribute to someone's project and you found an issue and you have created an issue, then you can either assign it to yourself. Like, if you wanted to assign it to yourself, then you need to mention in the comment box after creating the issue that I want to work on this. Then the maintainer of that particular project will assign the issue to you if they are active and they're willing to, and they have to realize it themselves that it is a real issue. If they think that it is not worth it, then they might or might not assign it to you. So you need to ask if you want to work on your own issue.
Okay.
Does anyone else have any other doubts? Open source itself is a very diverse topic and it's a very huge topic. So this is how you people can start with this, even if you start small. And but I am telling you, people, you'll really get kind of addicted to it if you dive deep into this. I remember my time when I was doing my open source in the Girl Script Summer of Code. I didn't know what was open source back then, but when I started it, I was so engrossed in it. I literally neglected everything. I even stopped watching my favorite shows. I neglected everything else, and I was just working on that. I was so addicted to it back then. So it's a good thing if you really start working on it now, especially juniors, since you people are entering second year right now. It will be very helpful for you if you start your journey now itself. And seniors and third year people, it's really important for you to actually do it. I mean, like internships and open source, these all count to your profile and adding somewhat benefit to your resume. So I really encourage you all to step forward and take this opportunity. So that's it, I would say. Anyone else has any other doubts? Okay. If no one has any other doubts, I think Aksa, Ujwala, Shrita, we can conclude the event.
Hmm. Thank you, seniors, for the wonderful explanation. I thank seniors for explaining and demonstrating for us. Thank you, everyone, for attending the event.
Yeah, thank you so much for attending. And it was forgot to see you all here. And I'm so sorry, somewhere I messed up a bit. And thank you for patiently waiting there. Have a great day.
Thank you everyone for participating this event, and thank you Mihir, the lead of technical team, for creating the LBC repository. And I would like to thank Diksha, the main lead who encourages us every time, and Lisha, the co-lead of their technical team, for giving us this wonderful opportunity. And I would like to thank Aksa for all the way helping this project. Thank you everyone.